Yep, that's good. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League podcast Gameweek 29. I've got two special guests with me. Abin, who's been here before, and Rushant, brand new guest. Both of them are within the top 100, like reaching. Abin is just above the top 100k in like 119, I believe, and then Rushant is getting close
I'm
to that.
190. No, I'm 118. Come on.
Okay, correction is 118k,
Yeah.
and Rushant is right now 201. So getting right there, and me, I'm right behind at 284. But I think we're still pretty good, I would say. We're doing well for 8 million players, so that's pretty good. So we'll start off. Let me share screen. I will try and show you guys. So basically, we'll talk about the teams, each person's team, what you thought about it, and then we'll look into the upcoming game week. That is the plan for today. I'll start off. Can you guys see my team?
No.
Still?
Russia's squad value is pretty high, isn't it? It's like 105. I think mine's like 100.
Yeah.
I actually dropped a lot. I think I had a few, like I think James Justin early on. I got him really early. Bamford relatively early, and yeah, it's been up and down. But I think recently it's been a bit bad form at the moment. But hopefully with my free hit, which I'm going to use in game week 29.
Yes. See,
a lot of people.
What do you have left? You got free hit, and is that?
I got my one wild card and one free hit left.
You got two left. Jeez.
Yeah, I got two left. But the thing is, everyone kept talking about game week 29 not having good fixtures, and there's only 4 games. I'm glad the Spurs game came on. I just couldn't be bothered. Firstly, just my lineup for game week 29. I think it's kind of beneficial now because it looks like Son and Bamford may be injured, and I know a lot of people have them in their squads, and I'm just hoping they don't play.
Yeah. So now Abhin and myself are people who don't have the free hit, and sadly have been building up. So I'll show you guys. I've been building up sadly to try and get 11 players, and then Son and Bamford go and do what they did this week in terms of getting injured, and now I'm not sure if I'll have 11 players.
I think Son for sure. I don't think will play. Bamford, I'm not sure.
Bamford, yeah, that's what. I mean, if only I could start 2 goalkeepers, I would have taken it. Yeah.
It's hard with Mourinho.
See, this is the thing. This one I didn't even know the rules. I remember, Ryan, you remember me talking to you right at the start. What do I do with the free hit? When do I do this? I did this back in like game week
18 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it back then as well, when there was like, 6 fixtures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're going to put a bunch of Arsenal players, are you? Arsenal.
Who? Rushant or me?
Yeah, Rush.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few decent options. Obviously, like I said, just scored a penalty, which, he's like, Arsenal's like weird. I mean, they obviously deserve to win like over the weekend. They're on top of.
But who are you playing? West Ham. They're playing West Ham.
They're playing, So that's the thing, right? So moving on, Arsenal are playing West Ham. I don't know. So for me, I was thinking of getting Cresswell in, because he takes West Ham's set pieces and everything, and any deliveries that goes into the box for like Souček and everyone.
Yeah, I think I had Cresswell in coming in this week as well with the free hit. Cresswell was one of my players. I pretty much had him from the beginning as well, and I only sold him probably 3 or 4 weeks ago when their run of like really hard fixtures came through. So he was probably a big part of why my squad value is really big. Yeah. And he delivered really well. I know people had Sufal in as well, but I think Cresswell delivered a lot more. I mean, in terms of Arsenal, again, like obviously being a United fan, as we all have right now. Yeah, it's really hard to bank on any one particular Arsenal player. I mean, you have Aubameyang, really good value at the beginning of the season for where he's a midfielder, but
Saka?
Good. Saka's looking good for the price point. I think he's been performing really well. So I mean, he could.
For me, I don't know. Like I'm looking at your team, right? So you can have 5 midfielders, right? Which means right now you've got Son who will play or who is there for now. But if you were to free hit, but then you're free hitting, right? So it doesn't matter for you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like for Abin or myself, like I can't get rid of Fernandes. I want to keep Fernandes because of his value right now, and I also want to keep Gundogan. So my midfield three is most likely going to be these three. So I had to look into defenders. So I was thinking Cresswell, Welshman from Brighton, which I told Abin last time as well, and then Lewis Dunk, which Abin got in this time, which is also another possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in terms of fixture, I think Brighton have been pretty good defensively.
Yes.
I think if you look at those fixtures, on paper, I guess it looks like that Brighton game's probably the game where you can probably safely say it's going to be a clean sheet, but you just never know. I mean, Newcastle did score a goal last weekend, so yeah, I mean, especially after what happened this week, you just don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm sure before this week, everyone were going to load up the triple Spurs before Son got injured. But just the way Mourinho plays against like good teams, it's really hard. Like, they might score an early goal and just park the bus the whole time. So
yeah, I mean, if you're getting Brighton for the free hit, I think it's fine. Because after that, look at their fixtures: United, Everton, Chelsea. They're now keeping a clean sheet after that. But for just that one game week, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
And also because Newcastle are like now in a relegation fight. They've just been dragged down there. They don't have Saint Maximin, who's their main creative, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
But then again, when you look at Newcastle, this game could end up with a 0-0 on both sides.
Yeah.
And Lascelles is also another goal threat for Newcastle defender. He's one to look at as well. I think he scored this week as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he scored last week as well, I believe.
Yeah, he's a captain.
Yeah, he's Newcastle captain, so he's another player to look at as well.
So how many do you reckon you're gonna have in next week game?
See, this is the thing, right? Now for Rushant, he doesn't matter because he's free hit, so he can wait till the last moment to see what's the status on Bamford and Son. But then for me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think in terms of trying to get the most points possible, I have a feeling that defenders will have a better chance of clean sheets this game week than attackers. Because I look at the games and I'm going, Brighton and Newcastle, I don't know where the goals are going to come. Both teams really can't score, but they can defend a bit in that. If anyone was to win, it'll probably be Brighton because they seem to. So Brighton's expected goals to score, they're the highest in the league right now in the last 4 games, I think. But just because they can't finish, they can't score goals at the moment. Then you're looking at Fulham versus Leeds. Both teams, Leeds not as defensively strong, but Fulham really defensively strong. A Leeds team without Bamford will mostly rely on Rafinha to get goals or to do something. West Ham, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal can't really defend, but West Ham can defend. So Cresswell is a good shout, I would say.
Yeah.
And then there's the Aston Villa Spurs, and that is a hard game to predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Villa was a different team when Grealish was there. They're a lot more attacking threat. I guess without him, you're really banking on Martinez to have 100 million saves.
Yeah.
Spurs. In terms of keeping choice, everyone's got Martinez, but you're right. I think Brighton Sanchez is not a bad option as well this week.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Because Fulham defenders have been from I don't know from where they've come up, but they've just come up and started playing well all of a sudden. So
Fulham, I guess it's Aina.
Yeah, Aina
at 4.5.
Yeah.
Because I look at it in terms of threat that they can do. He's up there. I think he's a fullback. Then you have Robinson. See, I was wondering whether I should maybe instead of starting Martinez, start the Fulham goalkeeper.
Yeah.
As a differential.
Well, I've got that's on my pick teams right now. I've put Areola in.
You have
this always happens to me whenever I put Areola in. Martinez has a brilliant game week. So
yeah, that's what. So that's the one thing I'm scared of. Whether if Martinez does have a really good game week, then it's an issue. Because Rushant also has Martinez. And I'm believing you're going to go in with Martinez, probably.
Well, I mean, for the time being, yeah. I mean, it's really hard. Like, I mean, Spurs, if they played like how they played last week, like against Arsenal, I'm going to be starting Martinez 100% of the time.
Yeah.
They played pretty trash.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they play like how they played the 2 games before against Burnley and Fulham,
yeah, then
you know it's going to be scary. But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think as you said, majority will probably have Martinez and probably will start Martinez. But yeah, I think looking for a differential.
Yeah,
Ariola's not a bad choice. I wouldn't say. I mean, if Bamford's not playing, especially, that could be.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's what I will have to wait and see whether Bamford is playing or not.
Yeah.
But then that would depend on like, so who would you captain?
It's not an easy answer, huh? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, Kane's been in good form. I guess majority will probably go Kane. I know Rafinha is probably another good option as well, probably a differential option.
Yeah.
Bamford creates a lot of chances, not necessarily finishing, but just always looks attacking. It's really hard. Like it's really hard to just pick one there's no real standout captain.
It's like this week as well, right? There wasn't really a standout captain this week as well. So many different captains.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess the standout this week in terms of fixture was probably the Everton one. And I guess Calvert-Lewin did score because Burnley's defense recently hasn't been great. For some reason, they've been, let's just go full out attack, and they've gone full out attack.
Yeah.
But like this fixture, like I feel like Martinez is still like, you had to consider the goalkeeper as well.
Sure.
Before, I don't know, that fear of Martinez might not put me on Kane, but because a lot of people own Kane, that you don't want to get that. You rather captain Kane and go with the majority and hope that the remaining can be a differential for you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the same thing with me as well. Like, even though I have a free hit, I mean, it's hard for me to get rid of Son completely because I know a lot of people have Son and will have Son. So for me, it might be even just start Son, and if he doesn't play, my first sub will come in, kind of thing. I know that's like the strategy I might lean towards, maybe. But yeah, I mean, in terms of captain, I mean, Kane is kind of all directions are kind of pointing towards Kane because of
the ownership.
Yeah, just the ownership really, and Spurs' recent form, apart from today's game.
Yeah.
With today's game. Yeah.
Abin?
Geez, I don't even know. I'm still trying to think who I'm going to bring in for the game week. But like I think Risha was saying, maybe a Leeds captain. If I don't have Rafinha, I might bring Rafinha in for the week.
Yeah, that's what I don't. It's a tough one.
Who's the most transferred in player this week? I'm sure that'll give us a good indication of who's. I'm sure people are bringing a lot of Leeds.
Like transferred in players. Yeah, that's true. Because that would actually because I was looking at so I've been looking recently to try and maximize my squad value as well, and I've been looking into price rises as well. So first, before that, let me show. So right now, Dallas for
expected.
For price rising. Yeah, I'll show you. Let me just go. So this is a tool I use, if it loads, to check like a site where you can check price rises. So right now, Maris, because he's been performing well, but then there's Cresswell, who's supposed to go up in price. Aina, as like Rushan mentioned, the Fulham defense.
Yeah.
He's also a price rise. Iheanacho, his recent performances, which is fine. Bamford is a price fall chance.
Yeah, wow.
And Davies also price fall. Who else is Areola? Fulham keeper, price rise probably for tomorrow. Dunk, price rise. Rafinha, Kane. Those are the price rises at the moment.
Huh.
Yeah. But it's going to be a tough one.
I know it'll be a tough one, and then there's some European games happening this week as well, isn't it?
There are? Yes, there are. That as well be to consider.
So Tottenham and I think that's the only one. Game this middle of the week. I don't know. We'll have to wait a bit later in the week to make changes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how many to make.
I think most likely looks like if I feel like if Bamford plays, he'll be a very popular captain choice.
Yeah.
I think majority should go with Bamford just because it's
Because his ownership as well is high.
ownership is high, and
Yeah.
I think if you look at Spurs versus Villa versus Leeds
Fulham,
versus
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
definitely a much
Yeah.
easier picture on paper.
And we know Leeds will create chances regardless of the scoreline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a very attacking.
I didn't watch the game against Chelsea. Did they have a?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
this I don't think they had that much, but
No.
like we expect they had a few, but I guess it got neglected because of Bamford also going out there. They don't
Yeah.
have that.
yeah. The moment Bamford kind of came out there, I think the attack kind of died.
Yeah.
But I think in Bamford, just when he's on field, he looks like he's going to score every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't finish it.
It's not finished.
Yeah, like he's owned by 50% of the game right now. So that says a lot. So like you said, like the transfers been in, right? So there's Dallas who's been bought in a lot. For defenders, Dallas, Cresswell, and Dunk are the top three in terms of who defenders are coming in. In terms of midfielders, someone we haven't spoke about because he didn't play this week because he was ineligible is Jesse Lingard. His recent form and upturn, maybe United could be using that type of talent at the moment. But he's been scoring goals recently. He didn't play this week because he couldn't play against United, but his last few performances have been pretty good. He's got a goal, assist, and a goal. Goal, assist, goal, and another assist here. So he's had like 2 assists and 2 goals in the last 4 that he's played. And minimum 6 point or 5 point return.
Yeah, and he's got 2 goals 2 weeks before that as well. So
yeah, exactly. On his debut.
It just frustrates me as a United fan, like watching Jesse Lingard play for United and do nothing, and then he goes to a different team, and
he's the main man.
Yeah, it's hard for me to bring in Lingard as a United fan, just because I know it's really hard.
But I mean, he's the main guy, right? Oh, he's playing in that number 10 role. Yeah. And as a free hit, I think it's a decent punt to bring him in because a lot of people look like it's going to bring him.
Yeah, he's right behind Antonio, and I think West Ham. I think he's definitely involved in the West Ham attack a lot. At least in the ground ball. I know Souček is probably more involved in crosses and stuff.
Yes.
But,
interestingly, Souček's involvement in terms of points has gone down since. Lingard's been there.
Yeah, I need to get rid of him.
Probably after.
I'm just waiting for wildcard week to come, just so that I can refresh my team.
That's what I'm also thinking of wildcarding, but that's probably 31 maybe.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was thinking about. I mean, like I wasn't considering him until probably the game, but Odegaard from Arsenal.
That's a good point.
He looked good. I saw some highlights of the Arsenal game. He obviously scored the goal as well, and he's obviously attacking at 5.9. Seems like a very good option.
Well, Rush, looks like a team that you put up will be quite interesting if it's going to be conflicting with each other, like good, attackers from one, defenders of the other one. Who are you actually shouting for? It'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, that's the
thing. Quite limited players.
Odegaard, 5.9. About 21,000 people who have bought him in, and then Aubameyang just right on top there.
Yeah, I mean, like it's really hard, as you said, like because it's 4 games. Obviously, even if every team scores, there goes your clean sheet for all your defenders.
Yeah,
that's right.
So your primary defense is like banking on that one team, hopefully, who has the clean sheet.
No, that's the problem, right? You can't bank on one team.
Yeah, you can't. It's really hard.
The only team, like I was banking on a triple Spurs, but at the same time, I had like 2 Aston Villa players as well. So
yeah.
I mean,
like you guys are having this much difficulty with like one. Like I'm having so much difficulty with the free hit. Like that's how hard this game week is. Like I have a free hit and I'm struggling to get a team together right now because I don't know who's my best combination. Like it's tough actually.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, I don't know. Even like captaincy, I can't think of anyone. No. And like I was looking at like so. This is another one that I look during because FPL takes time to update its rank and everything, and you see it only after the games are done. So I can look at like the live rank and everything that's happening. But some interesting thing they show is they show the like the players around you, what their squads are looking like in terms of average. So this was for this week, where it had Calvert-Lewin, Vardy, Antonio, Richarlison, Soucek, Ward-Prowse, Fernandes, Mount, Rafinha, Diaz, Shaw, Target, Wan-Bissaka, Dallas, and Ederson. Obviously, with the free hit, the squad will obviously change around. But like, if you look at like Antonio, Soucek, Rafinha, Dallas, Target, that's probably going to be like a constant in most people's teams. Because if you look at the amount of free, we can check the chips that have been played. So here we go. These are the only two tools I have at the moment that I use.
There's a lot of science in your picking. Mine is just whatever I feel like it.
Yeah, that's a
I
true.
don't know any of these websites.
No, but it's like a good. Like I was looking at it. Like okay, free hit, right? This is the overall usage. Overall usage, 54% of the player base has used the free hit chip already. So we're going in with like the remaining 50% of, or less than 50% of the player base, most likely to use the free hit chip. This week, this coming week, game week. So that's a possibility. But then you probably won't see too much in the like the top 10k. 80% have used it, which means like even though we're not top 10k, our rank suggests that there won't be too many free hits played. But then again, if the free hit team is got correct, the chances of green arrows are huge.
Yeah, I think if you compare this to like probably last season where there were plenty more doubles towards the end of the season.
Yes.
This time around, because of multitude of reasons, mainly because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the double game weeks happened much earlier, like in 18 and stuff. So there aren't many doubles remaining. There's only one or two more games.
One or that's what.
Yeah.
But like
So I think majority who haven't used it, they'll probably use it in this game week, like myself. Or I think the next final chance where people who are looking at in terms of fixtures is I think game week 33.
Yes, when City and Spurs don't play.
Some very, very juicy fixtures, which I know a few people have been having their eye on.
Have you already played your triple captain?
Who? Prashant or me?
Prashant.
Yeah, I've used everything. I've used my triple captain. It was pretty bad. I wasted my triple captain. And it's my bench boost. 26, I think 26 when we had the doubles. I used my bench boost. Yeah, but I think in terms of the game weeks, I know like I think what you guys are doing right now is not a bad option as well, because I'm kind of forced to use the free hit in a way because I didn't really plan for this and I just couldn't bother setting my team. I had so much injuries and Barnes, and it was just really messed up. Like my whole lineup, I used plenty of points the last few weeks. So for me, if I had the opportunity to use my free hit, I would have probably saved the game week 33. If you just look at those fixtures, I mean, firstly, City and Spurs don't play in that game week. So you have probably 4 to 6 players of people's squads who you probably have to bench. You probably have like everyone has at least a minimum of 2 Spurs or 2 City players.
Yeah.
That's automatically an advantage for whoever's using the free hit, and you can load up on a lot of high scoring games there. I can see Villa versus West Brom and so I mean that's going to be a big decider week. I think like that'll be a big week in terms of standings and stuff and where you're at your league.
Liverpool are playing Newcastle. Will it be time to bring some Liverpool players back?
Potentially. I mean, like Liverpool have been. That might be the game if Salah hasn't scored by then. I'm sure he will. That'll be the game where he's kind of erupts. You think so, right?
You assume so. We'll have to see how it goes.
I mean, Leicester is looking in really good form against Palace. Leeds United both are pretty average defensively. I would say. I mean, in the worst of that. Some really nice fixtures there, I think, for a good free hit chip.
Yeah, I want to get more Leicester exposure in my team. I'm kind of tired of having too many City players and pep relay. I'm just going to decide on 1 or 2 and then put more of people that I can get guaranteed points. I'm just tired of waiting and that. So I'll probably keep Diaz. I know he starts most every game.
Yeah.
And the rest I just don't know, but I definitely want some Leicester presence. Had Barnes, had Vardy, Madison at one stage. Now they're all injured. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, game week 29, hard one to decide. Even with free hit chip, it's not easy to pick who
Yeah.
exactly you would favor over. Do you favor the attack of one side over the defense? And like in terms of formations, what formation you plan on using? It's all of that is like up in the air.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, especially with no set captaincy choice as well. It's another week for differentials.
100%.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else to add as well?
No.
Pretty much it. Just hopefully we hear more on Sun and Bamford soon, because that'll be. I know plenty of people are waiting, and we still have about 4 more days or 5 more days. So
Yep.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
Should hear more.
European fixtures as well in the middle. Hopefully no other Spurs players get injured. Please. Apart from that, I don't think anyone else is playing. So it's only Spurs. So we just had to hope that no Spurs players get injured. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. We'll end this one here. I'll probably see you guys again if you guys are free for game week 30. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. I'm almost close to 1,000 subscribers. And also hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Thank you to Rushant and Abin for joining me. And I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
See you.
GGMU.
Yeah.
Cheers.